in a village spun from dust and sun-baked earth, where time seemed to flow as slowly as the nearby river, lived Elias. He was a carpenter, a man whose hands were as familiar with the grain of wood as they were with the verses of his faith. His presence was a quiet one, marked not by loud proclamations, but by a steadfast spirit that felt as solid and enduring as the ancient stones of the village square. People knew him for his skill with a saw and chisel, but they also recognized the unwavering light in his eyes, a reflection of a faith that was simple, profound, and deeply rooted in the soil of his heart. Elias moved through his days with a gentle rhythm, his work a form of prayer, each smooth plane of wood a testament to his patient devotion. He sought no audience and desired no praise. His connection to the divine was a private, unshakable anchor in the shifting sands of life. One market day, amidst the usual cacophony of vendors and villagers, a pocket of silence caught Elias's attention. There, seated on the edge of the fountain, was Mara, a weaver whose vibrant textiles usually mirrored the joy of the harvest. But this year, the fields had yielded little, and the looms in her workshop were still. A shadow of sorrow had fallen over her, her face a canvas of despair as she watched the world move on without her. Her hands, usually so deft and busy, lay idle in her lap, and her shoulders were stooped under the invisible weight of a future she could no longer imagine. Others passed by, offering brief glances of pity, but no one stopped. It was as if her grief had created an invisible wall, isolating her in the very heart of her community. Elias paused his work, his heart aching with a shared sense of her loss. Setting aside his tools, Elias walked across the sun-drenched square, his steps measured and deliberate. He sat not too close, but near enough to offer presence without intrusion. He didn't begin with grand sermons or platitudes about suffering. Instead, in a voice as soft as sawdust, he spoke of a simple story. He told her of a single, seemingly insignificant seed he had once found, forgotten in the corner of his workshop. He had planted it in a cracked pot, not expecting much. Yet, with a little water and a sliver of sunlight, the seed had stubbornly pushed through the soil. He described how this tiny sprout grew into a sapling, and eventually, a mighty tree, its branches reaching for the heavens, offering cool shade and sweet fruit to anyone who sought its shelter. He looked at Mara and said, "Faith is like that seed, Mara. It may seem small and buried in darkness, but it holds the promise of a whole farm."